Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about Sims 4 Worlds because it is every time a new pack is announced or a new world is sort of revealed in a new pack that's coming out, everyone complains about the lot sizes. And yeah, as you go down the line, the lots have gotten sort of a lot smaller with time. I mean, this is actually fairly big for like 15, 12 lots or something, but it is a thing that everyone sort of talks about as soon as a new pack is released. Like when Sulani and Island Living was released, everyone was like, it's 14 lots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got 14 island lots. Like we got this big area here, but we got 3 sizable lots for it. A fishing village, which I feel like could have benefited from like a couple smaller lots maybe. Like if you're sort of alt this bit, maybe over here you could get like a couple 20 by 15s in maybe. That kind of thing. But also one of the earliest like game packs we released, like the second game pack or expansion pack that we got for the game gave us Windham, which when you look at it, it's huge. We got like 30, there's like 31 lots in this world alone, and it's like 1, 2, 3, like 4 neighborhoods. And look at old plats. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lots in just this one neighborhood, which is actually like really useful. And I'm counting the ruins because even though you can't, I think you can get to it from this. I'm not quite sure, but I think you can. But this is like 9 lots overall. Whilst like here you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 lots. But you kind of have to go like, I feel like the Von Hort estate is like a neighborhood in itself, but it counts because it's in this area. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the island. Again, like these lots, I count them as part of the neighborhoods, but you do have to travel to them by themselves because they're special lots essentially for Windham. But we got like this huge lot, and this is the biggest lot in the world we've got. And this pack came out a while back because was it 2015, 2016? Let's find out quickly. Sims 4 Get Together. Yeah, 8th of December 2015. So about a year after the game was released, we got the Windham lot. Because the first like expansion we got was Magnolia Promenade. And that was only 4 lots, but we got like 4 secret lots out of it. Because we had the police station, the hospital, the science lab, and Sixham. So while we only got like 4 lots for this world, you can kind of give it a slight pass because we got such large secret lots that we could utilize, but you can't access them unless you go into play game and then send a sim to such an area in order to edit it. So I kind of wish there was a way we could access the secret lots without being able to like just play them. Like imagine like next to Destination Worlds there was like an extra lot called Secret Worlds where you could have the Glade in Willow Creek, Oasis Springs' this little hollow thing, the secret area in Granite Falls, for example, and you know Sixham, the police station, hospital, Sixham, all those kind of things. That's kind of like that'd be kind of an interesting feature to put in to the game. I think to make it more accessible, to make it feel like there's more worlds, because I would consider those secret lots sort of mini worlds of their own, because they have such because they've got such specific like sort of decorative environments to them. Like you look at Sixham, for example, that place is like freaking gorgeous. That place is freaking gorgeous. So yeah, I've got like some points about this I want to talk about. Because I watched Lilsimsie's video on how the luxury stuff pack is considered the worst stuff pack, and I actually have to agree with her on that because it is absolutely atrocious. Like I'm gonna go back to my main menu and show you quickly. I could have gone into a lot build, but this is a bit easier to do it this way because it was the first stuff pack we got out. We got quite a bit of like, we got, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, like 41 cast items, which are all a bit like, they're all kind of gaudy. I mean, the makeup's kind of gaudy, but that's okay. And like the fashion is all quite gaudy as well. But the build mode, we got 12 items. We got 12 build by items. And I find that to be more offensive than my first pet stuff, which at least had 10, 20, 30, 35 build by items. And as a builder, like, this is kind of like a thing I base a lot of my weight on when I look at a pack. I mean, yes, I have every single pack. Like, I'm a completionist. And I like getting every pack, and also I make YouTube videos, so if I don't have all the latest packs, I can't keep up with the game and the news and stuff. So, like, having every pack, but still, my first pet stuff, way better than Luxury Party stuff pack by a long shot. Because this is just sad. This is just sad, like 12 items. I don't even know what that thing is. It's like a sculpture. I mean, this chair and this bar stool are alright, and the curtains, but I barely use this stuff. Which is kind of a shame. But I watched her video on it, and I watched her build a cute wedding venue out of this stuff, and it reminded me of an article that Sims VIP did a couple years back, where they'd mentioned that Sim Guru Grant had mentioned that Creative World was not out of the question, but it had to be like discussed about. And that's not something you can just bang out in a week and release in a patch. This is something that's going to take a long time to develop, because you've got to consider the mechanics, optimization, if you can handle it, whether or not it'll be free or paid for. I mean, if it's paid for, that's just gonna, like, everyone's just gonna riot over the fact that you got to pay for Creative World. But if I remember Sims 3, you had to buy worlds. There were worlds you had to buy in like bundle packs, which is a bit weird. But I never played Sims 3 a lot, and I tried, and my laptop was just like, this is too hard for me. But I think a free patch would make much more sense for a Creator World kind of thing. And a Creator World would actually be such a good idea, because there is a, like, and I'm using like the stuff packs for like reference, because this was what this person did, was they invented sort of like ideas for worlds, but they used the packs that didn't have worlds attached to them to give us ideas on what we could have. I'm looking at one of them. There's a couple I'm looking at, which is for spooky stuff and movie hangout. And the spooky stuff one was called Shadow Grove. Shadow Grove is an eerie village tucked away in the middle of nowhere, home to a lot of pumpkin farmers and eccentric artists that like to keep to themselves. It's quite a tranquil place to reside, that is, if you like creepy haunted forests. Now that sounds like a really fun world idea. And imagine if we had, this is coming on to my next point, which I think could be a fun concept, but I don't know if people would go for it, because it would require them being small worlds, is stuff pack worlds. Where, okay, so we got Windham in an expansion pack, and it's 31 lots, and then we get Glimmerbrook in a game pack, which has only 5 lots plus a secret world, which again I would also want to put in the secret worlds panel. So yeah, I forgot about the Magic Realm for that one. Or we got Strangerville. You know, another game pack one with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lots plus the lab, which you can't build in. So you got 12 lots, one of which is non-editable. So pretty good for a game pack, right? But my idea for the stuff pack worlds would be you'd get 1 to 5 lots. So Forgotten Hollow would be essentially a stuff pack world, but not to this size. Maybe a little bit smaller and more compact. Maybe not with a huge, like, this bit here. But it'd be like 1 to 5 lots. There'd be a lot of detail in the world. And the world, like, the sizes of the lots could depend on what you have in your stuff. Like the spooky stuff, I'm going to go down into what's it called? Fledermaus Bend. Fledermaus Bend, we're going to look at the spooky stuff pack. We're going to use this as an example on, like, sort of build ideas for such a stuff pack world and utilizing it, because you'd have to utilize base game and stuff pack. I do have a lot of CC, so that's going to make things a little bit awkward, but I'm going to try my best. So we go to this. Let's go and pop down the spooky stuff pack, which was what was that? Was that the second or that was the fourth? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the fourth stuff pack we got. So this is all the stuff we get. So we got, like, these little chairs, like, sort of spooky style Halloween party looking things. We got a pumpkin carving station. I never use that. I really should utilize that as things people can make. I feel like Kenai would really love, like, pumpkin carving. Like, we got a little trick or treats thing here, which is kind of cool. The sugar spice candy bowl. these paintings, which are actually really cool. Because, like, look at that. These are, like, really cool. Like, what are the, like, decent things? The Dashing Lord Lycan and the Lovely Lady Sanguina. Like, imagine those two being, like, pre-made townies that came with the pack. Like, 1 to 5 lots, but then, like, 3 new Sims. Or 3 to 5 new Sims. You wouldn't want a lot because it's the stuff pack. But you want to make sure it's worth, like, the $7.99 it is. That's, like, roughly how much it is in, like, Britain, in the UK. Maybe $8.99. It's, like, it's less than $10. And you got this one, the Lord and Lady. Like, look at these. These are, like, really cool, like, little things. The swatches just, yeah, the swatches are just the frames. But that's really cool. Then you got these curtains, which really match the aesthetic. So you could literally have, perhaps, like, I don't know, a world, like a 5-lot world for spooky stuff. You could have a 5-lot Shadow Grove world. And you could literally have, like, literally, you could just make it all starter homes, and then one, like 2 starter homes, then maybe, like, a little more expensive sort of, like, manor house, and then 2 empty lots. So you've got, like, you know, building foundation kind of things. Look at all this stuff. Like, this is all such good stuff. Like, I like this. I like this. I'd use this stuff. I use this stuff. I use this stuff more than Luxury Party, I'll tell you that much. But this is all the stuff we get in Spooky Stuff Pack. Now, picture a starter home. Picture a starter home. Actually, I'm going to go and just delete all this. So we put it all down. So picture a starter home. It's about, like, a shotgun house about this size. I'm going to bring this down so I can get, like, prices. So get this. You pull it out a little bit. You bring it up. Maybe down just a little bit. With a little porch. Just a little porch. Just a little one. But, like, you get a little simple base game starter house. Something like this, nothing too fancy. But it's like, it's going to be about 16,000 roughly. On, let's say, a much smaller house. Instead of a 30 by 30 lot, let's make it about 20 by 15 as the example. And it's got, like, a little name to it, like, sort of like I don't know, Aunt Gertrude's house or something. Something really, like, simple. Something really simple. That's not even, like... There we go. I'm trying to, like, match this up and I'm, like, doing such a terrible job already. There we go. That kind of matches up. That kind of matches up. And you got, like, a little front door. Just a basic... Your basic front door. That's actually quite a big front door. Let's put something else down. There we go. Basic. Basic, but looks good. Fairly. I've forgotten, you know, I've kind of forgotten what the point I was trying to make was. The idea is that Stuff Pack worlds could be a fun concept, even if they're, like, only 1 to 5 lots. Like, you could, like, I'll keep using Shadow Grove as the example that this person made. Was it Hazard Plumbob, I think was the name of the author of this article I'm looking at. And it's like, you get, like, a world that's 1 to 5 lots. You get, like, a little rich story with it. Like 2 starter homes, a basic little manor house, and it's just all like base game and spooky stuff kind of things. And you know what? That wouldn't be the worst thing. That wouldn't be the worst thing. That could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. I kind of like this idea of you know, a starter home, like these small little worlds. Like there was one, someone made one for the My First Pet stuff one, which, you know, clutch at your pearls, people. But it was actually, like, a really fun concept they'd done. It was called Aspen Apartments, this person called it. And that sounds like a lot of fun. Jesus, this is kind of terrible. But it sounded like such a fun idea, like these tiny little, like, high-rise apartments. Like, in, like, maybe, like, a 5-lot, like, apartment building style. So, like, city living and the eco lifestyle apartments. And it just sounded like such a fun concept. Be like, oh, these tiny little apartments where you can have little critters in. Like, I kind of want that. I kind of want that for, like, a sort of, like, world, I guess. It would make for such a cute world. Why am I in study? No, I need like, that basic-ass table. I kind of lost my train of thought there, and I just started, like, sort of just finishing up the house. Jesus. Just realized, like, I mean, I got so much, like, CC, so it's a bit hard for me to find all my stuff, but this game, like, the base game stuff, there's not a lot, and it's also kind of hard to look for it all. With all my CC sort of in the way, but I guess like the more stuff packs you have, you kind of like appreciate just how much stuff you end up getting from stuff packs alone. Except Luxury Party, that's still not great. That's still not great. I'm not sure why they thought like 12 build buy items was a good idea. Also, this is not too bad of like a little basic starter home. It's kind of like a cool little shotgun kind of thing. I'm just gonna go and put like some wooden flooring on the front here. I forget like which one works. I've just again too much basic, too much CC, and I don't even use the praline sim wood floors. So I don't know why I have them. But imagine now I can get to my imagination bit. Imagine you open up, you get spooky stuff. You buy the spooky stuff pack, and it mentions that it comes with a brand new world called Shadow Grove. And you're like, huh, that sounds interesting. So you make a little sim, like wearing all the Halloween stuff, and you put like you save them, you pop them down into a new save, and you put them down into this world, and you put them into a little base game starter house, and you see, oh, yeah, forget the rug. Forget the rug, but you notice like all these little things, like they've got little spooky things. There's a little like sweetie thing outside the front garden. Has little ghosty goos and gravestones. Fun little spooky stuff like decor just around the outside of the house. Because yeah, it's not a lot, but it's more decorative. But it could still be a fun concept. You just have to use a lot of base game stuff for the houses. And you go inside and there's just like a big old teddy bear. Sort of here. There is no bin. I keep forgetting to put bins down. But you kind of get the idea. I mean, I'm hoping you guys get the idea because I've lost like where I'm supposed to be going with this. I think my entire point of my argument is creator worlds could be a fun concept, but stuff pack worlds could also be fun. Small little compact worlds. Because then like a 5-lot world that's quite small but has a lot of like sort of like, oh god, it's so hard to try and describe this, to try and put the words into it. What is up with the flooring there? That's not good. I'm trying to like word it correctly. But I like the idea of stuff packs perhaps having worlds, because we get more worlds then. We get more worlds. Sure, like maybe it's not like, I don't know, what most people expect, but I know people want like lots of like big worlds. Big worlds, you know, San Myshuno, Windham, 30 plus lots, 64 by 64, 50 by 50s, all that kind of thing. But perhaps, you know, small stuff pack worlds could also be a fun concept. Actually, this is actually a pretty decent little starter house. I'm actually pretty chuffed with that. I might put that on the gallery. It's a spooky starter. A spooky starter. I did really well there. I'm actually pleased with that. So yeah, a spooky starter home. Kind of fun. But imagine getting like stuff pack worlds. Like you get My First Pet stuff, you berate about how you gotta pay, you gotta buy cats and dogs first before you get it, which is totally understandable. They should have just either put it in with the expansion pack or just put the other cats and dog stuff into the cats and dogs pack and made My First Pet stuff completely its own thing. Like I don't know why they needed to connect them. But you go into, like, you know, the cats and dogs thing and you find Aspen Apartments. And you get these cute little apartments that you can put little, like, critters in. And there's, like, a little park as well. And it's, like, 5 lots. There's, like, 3 apartment buildings that are all, like, quite small. And they comes with, like, I know, 2 apartments each. 3 apartments each. But they're all quite small apartments. A little park, maybe. And then, you know, an empty lot that you can build on. And also the ability to build our own apartments. Please, Debs, that would be fun. It just sounds like such a fun idea. Like, I know this person was like, oh, create a world. Here's some, like, worlds you can make with the creator world. But I'm thinking stuff pack worlds. It could be so much better because they'd be small and compact. But it would make way more sense. For a 5-lot for like a 5-lot world to be like contained in a stuff pack. And then also they had game pack ones for like Dine Out and a Spa Day. And you could do like, you could go a little bit further with those. Like they had one like for Dine Out called Bon Appetit Street. Now just imagine a sort of world for that. That's maybe like, I don't know, 8 lots. 8 lots long, but it's like a big road strip where you can just put tons of different like restaurants down. That could be so much fun. That kind of thing. Maybe it comes with a couple ones already. The Bridgeburg Keys one for Movie Hangout actually sounds really cool because it sounds like you get like apartments and gardens and stuff, and it's like very bohemian style, which kind of sounds fun. But I understand why you wouldn't want to put worlds in with stuff packs, because stuff packs don't have a lot of items. Like Spooky Stuff had, it was more than Luxury Party. Yeah, it's like 16 things. 16 things. Like, what about Cool Kitchen? Like Cool Kitchen, for example. Again, it would all be like base game things. You'd be doing base game with the pack. And this is like 16. No, 2, 4, 6. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 items. Or Perfect Patio. Perfect Patio mentioned a ski lodge, which, yes, I would be all for. You get like a sort of really cool snow, like ski lodge. A couple ski lodge worlds, but it's not like connected to like an alpine skiing pack. It's sort of like a world next to a world kind of thing. Where it's like, it's more decorative. You get to live in a ski lodge and have like a nice little hot tub in the back garden. That kind of thing. It'd be so cool. Moschino, because like they only did it up to My First Pet stuff, and obviously Moschino and Tiny Living have come out at that point. So I'm gonna go and look over those two build buys and see what kind of like stuff pack worlds we could get with them. Moschino has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31 items, which is not too bad. So that's actually pretty good for Moschino because it also came with a career. But for Moschino, you could have like, like Glittering Heights, what they called the luxury party world they invented. Like Moschino could have, I'm not sure what kind of world name it could have, but it would be such a fun little concept. How long have I been recording for? I'm just gonna check. Oh, I've almost hit the half-hour point. Perfect. I managed to build a house under half an hour. That's good. But like Moschino could have like a really cool world, maybe with apartments. Again, a lot of these like stuff pack worlds could benefit with apartment buildings, because that would just make it like even more compact and small. Be kind of cool. And like maybe it's like, again, 5 lots. Maybe like there's like a couple empty lots to build on. There's a photography studio lot, which yes, I'd actually love for that to be an actual lot venue. Like the general lot where it's like you can go there and there's like someone who's a photographer on hand, or you can be the photographer. That'd be kind of cool. Tiny Living though. Now imagine a tiny little community. 5, 6 lots. Actually no, you could make that like, if you made every lot 20 by 15 in the Tiny Living stuff pack world. 20 by 15 lots, about 6 to 8 of them. You could make the greatest little Tiny Living community with that. That's the kind of thing I look for. The holiday pack, you don't need a world with that. That's a free pack. You just get free stuff with that. That's just free holiday stuff like menorahs and kinaras and Christmas trees and stuff. You don't need a world for this unless you want to have like a one world Santa's Workshop kind of thing, which could also be kind of funny. You know what? Yeah, the holiday stuff pack, it's free. You get Santa's Workshop or Father Winter's Workshop. That'd be kind of funny. We got worlds with yeah, I think it was literally, we got a world with Outdoor Retreat, a world with Vampires, a Jungle Adventure, Strangeville, Realm of Magic. We didn't get one with Parenthood or Dine Out or Spa Day, so they made worlds for those. Which definitely, like, Parenthood, a suburban neighborhood, 6 to 8 lots, fine. Or like maybe 20 by 30 or 40 by 30, depending on how big you want them to be. Dine Out, Bon Appetit Street, Spa Day, like some sort of natural spring maybe, where you've got like 2 spas maybe, plus like an empty lot to build a spa on, or like a park or a pool kind of thing. That kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like the game could benefit with more worlds. I just think it could. We have 16 worlds currently. 16 worlds in about 5-6 years now? 5.5 years? It's not a bad thing, but I feel like we could do with more. Because, like, this used to look way different. This used to be, like, the world bits looked bigger and you had to scroll down for them. But then they changed it. So, it's now just, like, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, no, we have 14 worlds. 16 if you count these two. So, there's a lot to be, like, it feels like we're obviously getting more worlds, and there's way more, like, packs coming in the future. Ooh, knitting stuff pack world. Old folks home. You have like something called like the Shady Acres, or like the Happy Oak, Oakmont, like a retirement home, and also like a couple other little like houses, and then again a couple empty lots that you can build on. I always feel like there needs to be empty lots with each one that you can build on, so you can have some form of creativity. Did Evergreen Harbor even come with any empty lots? No, it didn't. This is a world that's filled. Every lot is filled. Look, because you got filled. Quarry building, so filled. Stone Street Apartments. I guess because you can. Yeah, there's things there. Filled. Pinecrest, 2 apartments available. They gave us empty residentials, but no empty lots, because then when you go to Brightchester, it's the same thing. Every lot is filled. Glimmerbrook. Every lot is filled except for Glimmerbrook Watch, which is empty to build on. Solani, you got 2 empty lots to build on. Strangerville. 2 empty lots to build on. Del Sol Valley. 1 empty lot to build on. Brindleton Bay. 1, 2, 3, 4 empty lots. Forgotten Hollow. 1 empty lot, but I just built on that one. San Myshuno, you don't get empty lots on this one. You just have empty apartments, which understandable. Windenburg, you got 2 empty lots. Jesus. Magnolia Promenade gave you 1 empty lot. Newcrest is obviously empty because it's the free world they gave us, the free empty world. Oasis Springs, how many empty lots did that have? 2, 3. No, it's 3. Willow Creek. 1, 2, 3. They fill the worlds out, and the latest worlds have all been filled. They just give you either empty residents or like empty residentials. But like, look at this. There's no free like empty lots. Like, they couldn't even given us like the shipping views being an empty lot either. It's kind of crazy. I just realized. No wonder Lilsimsie keeps getting pissed at them for making such like terrible builds. Looking at you, amicable acolytes, and your chair that goes nowhere. Not chair. Stairs that go nowhere. And then this like starter home is kind of sad as well. Also looking at the Strangerville ones. Actually, no, this one's got a comfortable empty lots, but the Roswell house is kind of terrible. This is basically a copy of, I think, a Willow Creek starter home. But you see what I mean. I never realized how very little like empty lots we got. I think because Newcrest was just the biggest empty world we got. We just had that to work with. Do you know what I might do then with a save? I might make a new save. Have like one single like basic sim. And just nuke everything. Even all the pre-made townies and stuff. You could just have like a full-on empty world if you wanted to. A full-on empty save that you can just build with. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, I think I've made my points kind of clear for this after I figured out what I was trying to say. Stuff pack worlds, small, like 1 to 5 lot worlds could be a fun concept. Much better than perhaps Create a World because we get more variety of worlds. Even if they are all smaller, which I know a lot of people complain about. But I think smaller worlds with stuff packs makes more sense than a small world with an expansion pack. You could still like do like all this detail like this, but I feel like there's so much more that can, like, you could make a park in that bit there. That square there looks perfect to be like a park. You could definitely add like maybe a second house over here. Definitely, when my mouse starts moving again. Here you could put 220 by 15s, same here and here. I know they wanted to fill the world out, but I'm seeing like there's a lot more potential for worlds. And I don't think anyone's going to watch this, and devs definitely not, but devs, if you are watching, stuff pack worlds, 1 to 5 lots in a stuff pack with a little world attached. It would be a good like compromise. Also, I want next to destination worlds, I want secret worlds. I want a secret worlds menu so I can edit and build that way without having to travel to said secret world in order to build on it. I just want that as well. I think that would be way better. I'm going to finish this episode because I've been talking for a long time. I'm going to put my spooky starter on the gallery and literally call it the spooky starter. But I got to the point in the end, and I don't know who's going to watch this or if you're going to listen to me babble for like half an hour, but you know, if you have listened to me babble for half an hour about how I think worlds could benefit from being stuff pack worlds, good for you. Good for you. I'm going to applaud you for listening to all that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye now.